Good afternoon, everyone. I was typing out this really long announcement and then decided that it would might be just easier for me to do a recording. So that's what I'm doing. The reason I wanted to do a short recording is the fact that there were quite a few of you that didn't complete the RHIA exam prep activity that was due yesterday, the 25th. So I know my screen looks maybe a little bit different than what yours does look like. I'm going back here to Unit 1, scrolling down to this RHIA exam prep activities. So this is what was due yesterday. Um, and I know my screen is going to look a little bit different than yours, just because I'm faculty and this is the way mine looks. But I want to touch base on what I'm expecting of each of you. And the reason that we do it this way is so that you guys get in the habit of studying for the exam a certain way. What I've found and what I think is one of the best ways to study for the RHI exam is to complete the activities that I have on this checklist. So, and I'm going to talk about domains. I'm going to talk about which chapters to study in a minute. But first, I just want to go over this. And I know this is outdated. And I need to update it for this to say Oakes and Delholme textbook. Um, but I just want to kind of talk you through it a little bit. And again, I know mine looks different than yours because I'm faculty. So, but the first thing that you need to do is you need to select a chapter and read it in the Oakes and Delholme textbook, okay? Then try to complete the check your understanding activities. Those are good at like getting you to critically think through things and what you just read, kind of reinforcing what you just read. Obviously, you're not going to have all the answers. Most of the answers, I think it's maybe the odds or evens or whatever are in the student resources. Um, but it gets you, looking back, trying to help you understand what you read. Okay. Kind of reinforcing what you just read. And then from there, take the corresponding chapter quiz in the RHI exam prep quizzes that I have here in um, in Brightspace. I'm going to go back and show you those again. They're right here, RHI exam prep quizzes. And again, I'm going to change this. I know it's incorrect in the other information there because of the new version of the textbook, but here they are. There's 27 quizzes, or well, yeah, there are 27 of them. And then so take the corresponding quiz. Once you've done that, then I'm going to see like, okay, they took one of the quizzes, right? And then I'm going to be able to give you the points associated with that exam prep activity. Okay. So um, that's what I'm looking for is for you to do at least one of those a week. Okay. Um, I know that this can feel overwhelming, but I just want you to get in the habit. And that's kind of the intent of this class and this exam prep, these exam prep activities, right? Is to get you kind of in a routine for studying for the RHI exam. Okay. So now you might be wondering, well, which chapter do I complete, right? I know that. So it's really unfortunate. AHIMA used to have a really great way of doing these exams, exam one and exam two. At the end of taking them, after answering all the questions, it would tell you a score, a percentage that you received for each domain. Unfortunately, with their switch to D2L Brightspace for their LMS for these quizzes, you don't get that anymore. And so it's a bummer, but trying to think of different ways to help you guys. Obviously, you can go through it and look for themes like, okay, I really need to brush up on the coding, or I really need to brush up on data management topics or whatever it can be, which can be hard as well. But one thing that I did ask the students to do last year, and I don't know if they really took me up on it, but I want you guys, maybe there's a couple of you in here that would like to try it and report back on how it went. But I think it would be cool to find out if by taking a download of your exam test results, like a comprehensive download of them, if there was some way, and I haven't obviously answered all the questions in that quiz for a very long time, so I don't know what the actual results look like. But if you take it and you get the results to the point where it'll show you the actual question, the the multiple choice options, the correct answer, the incorrect answer, or if you pick the incorrect answer, it'll show you the correct answer, those kinds of things. So anyways, if you could take a download like that and then get that into ChatGPT. What you could do is ask ChatGPT to compare that to the AHIMA um, domains for their RHI exam, and it could tell you perhaps then how it correlates and which questions fit into which domain and which domains you need to really brush up on. Okay, so I just want to show you that really quick. I'm gonna give me one sec here. I'm gonna stop sharing and show you a different document, and I will post this in my announcement. But I want to show you this content outline for the RHI exam um, that is on the AHIMA website. Okay, so here's domain one, data and information governance. Domain two. So this also gives you a sense as well, if you haven't looked at this, how many questions or the percentage of questions related to data and information governance. So 17 to 20% of the questions will be related to this domain on the actual exam. But if you took this and you also uploaded this into ChatGPT, it would be interesting to find out if it would be able to tell you which domains you need to brush up on. And then from there, you can find the chapters within the Oakes and Dell Home Book that relate to data and information governance and compliance, access, use, and disclosure of health information, those kinds of things. The other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to talk with Pam and find out they used to have this really great document as well with the previous versions of the Oakes and Waters textbook showing which chapters correlated to which domains. And so I'm going to ask Pam if they by any chance have a document like that. That would also be another thing that would really help you guys in your studying. So this has already gotten to be longer than what I wanted. So I'm going to cut it off here, but just know I'm going to post this domain information there. If there is somebody in the class or if you all want to try it, I would love to hear how it goes and what you uploaded to ChatGPT or, if there's another AI tool out there that could potentially help you in analyzing your test results. Please share, okay? Feel free to use here, I'll stop sharing this document, but you could post it in you could post it here. I will go back and just show you. If you go to, maybe I got to get rid of this. There we go. If you go to discussions and the community forum, feel free to share in there if you'd like how it worked for you. So, all right, I'm going to let you guys go. Have a great week, and please get in touch with me if you're feeling like you're stuck, you're frustrated. I'm here to help you. Also, try to get that first activity done if you haven't completed it already. Okay? All right. Thank you.